What's up, guys? Welcome to the new version of the PROREC podcast. A little different than before. It's not right now it's not a bunch of GMs and other people yelling and screaming. We're going to keep it a little more formal this time for an extent. And it's going to be on Anchor, where you can listen to it to whatever streaming platform you want. And it's also going to be YouTube video in the form of this right here. And today, we're joined by part owner, previous GM, sometimes official, addicted to a jewel, Tyler Layton. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about with the new season of the league starting. We got some changes. We got the draft coming up, and we got week 1 games. So we'll bring Mr. Tyler in and see what he's got going on. What's up, big dog?
What's going on, playa?
How you doing, man? What most people don't know is that I just muted myself so Tyler couldn't hear me do that intro. So he has no idea what I said, and he won't know until this gets released.
I can't wait, man. It's like a surprise.
Oh, it's pretty good one, dude.
I tried to time your intro with my turnaround.
Dude. This is the problem was, right, is the people that are listening to this on whatever they listen on don't know the fact that you just slowly spun around in your chair while I was saying that. But also had no idea what I was saying. All I could see out of the corner of my eye while I'm looking at the camera trying to talk is this. So yeah, that's
awesome. That's awesome.
So yeah, how's the process of starting the new session been going?
This is the worst part of the PROREC. I just want you guys to know what happens behind the scenes. It's like, it's not awful, but it's just so tedious, and trying to find the right gym, trying to find all the pieces to the puzzle to make it work and work like fluidly without any problems. That's the worst part.
This is season 5, correct? I always get the seasons fucked up.
This is season 5, yeah.
This is season 5. We're back at Macomb.
Back in Macomb. They redid their floors. Looks great in there. I don't know if
I haven't been
did you go play?
Nope.
Oh yeah, dude.
Hey, you want to know the last time I touched basketball?
Oh no. It's probably. Hopefully, it's not as long as me.
The last game we lost.
Oh wow, that's way longer than me.
Nah, I lied. I took 3 jump shots the other day at Clay, and they had because there was a ball laying there from PE. I was 3 for 3. We're good. I'm not worried about it.
I was about to say you're a free agent now. You trying to get like in a later round or something?
I'm trying to. I'm gonna miss all 10 games. Don't draft me.
Inside sources only know the truth.
Yeah. That might be breaking news. So that's one of the changes. So we'll get to that when we get to it. All right. So there's some changes to the league this season. So the first one are we cut some teams, huh? So what teams got cut? What GMs got cut? And I think there's a new GM technically, right?
Yes. Yep. We got one new GM. So I actually messed up. We had 14 teams.
Yeah, you did shit math for a minute.
Yeah, I did really bad. I was just flying at the seat of my pants. I thought we had 12 teams for some reason in my head. I'm like, we're gonna cut Astros and Mob. They don't even have jerseys yet. It'll be easy transition. We'll be good. But then I realized, because I wanted 10 teams.
Then you realized afterwards that we actually had 14 teams, and you cut 2, and that was 12, and we had to cut 2 more.
Yeah, so some people had to be on the guillotine, or yeah, you know what I'm saying, just off with their heads.
So what teams are gone? Mob? Whatever the team you were the GM of.
Astros. Hey, whatever. Hey, we was a decent team, okay? The Mob, the Astros, Swift is gone. And then
thank God their jerseys were ugly. No offense, I didn't like them. I don't like the pinstripe as a basketball uni.
I like it only with the Magic. That's the only team I've ever seen rock pinstripes.
It's just their pinstripes were blue with white pinstripes, right?
Yeah, they had
the Swift was
black one too.
Was the Swift orange with a black pinstripe and then white with an orange pinstripe?
Yes.
I didn't like that. No offense to the Swift, but your jerseys were fucking trash.
Yeah, and Bad Eggs are gone too. I'm not actually a fan of their jerseys.
I didn't know the Bad Eggs were gone. I guess I don't pay attention to the GM group chat that often.
Yeah, well, it's always blowing up, man.
Uh,
Gadori actually he said he wanted to sit this one out. So
okay, so he's
I
not
don't
playing at all.
no. Well, I think he is. He did sign up. I think he wants to sit out being a GM.
Yeah,
I don't
dude, being
know.
a GM is tedious. That is why Gage Bieber is no longer a GM. And
Yeah,
I got other shit I'm doing this session. So
there's pros and cons. There's pros and cons, but like, yeah, it's definitely a lot of. There's like that after your game, getting the stats done, stuff like
oh, dude,
that.
that was. You want to know what the sole deciding factor was about me being a GM is that I don't want to do stats, and I would rather do this stuff. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's gonna.
This you're the GM. You're the GM of
I'm the YouTube
the
GM.
yeah.
Team YouTube.
And then
yeah, who's the new GM? Is
oh
it
yeah,
Mitch?
that's all. Oh yeah, that's what I was. Mitch, yeah. Mitch Kramer is going to be the GM of that
He
charity.
was Mike Bennett's first round pick, right? No, third round pick.
No, dude,
He was a
he was
keeper.
like a third.
He was a keeper in the third round or something like that. But yeah, so
Mitch could be. He's like talented enough to be a first, second round pick. So it's a good replacement.
yeah. And then the other thing was cutting the player pool down was another change, right?
Yeah, that one hurts, man. I hate doing that.
I mean, with the cut down in teams, so I mean, we had 14 teams of people, so.
Well, this would be the first season that we don't have new players, but I think it'll be good for us, man.
I agree. I think it will be very good. I think it will. It'll get the games a little more competitive. No offense to people in the league previous or new guys from last session or new guys every session. I think the last two sessions there's been a noticeable fall off once you got to like round 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And with the player list that is floating in there ain't really a whole lot of drop off in most places. There might be a 8th round pick is like the only round that you're gonna see a like significant amount of drop off, maybe potentially, but most of that is there are some hoopers in this player list, bro.
There really is, man. There really is, and it's just going to be more tight knit. Like everybody knows each other already. We don't have to deal with getting accommodated with new people. Which I mean, we're all open to that, obviously.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I just want 5. I just want 5 people on the court on each team every game.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we battled hard last session was how many games were there where there were like one team would show up with 3 people.
It was ridiculous. It was alarming. It was like I feel like the Swift played like 3 games with another team with 5 people on it.
Oh yeah, so like that gets rid of that situation hopefully. And then the infamous most hated PROREC player of all time is back after his last ride. So it'll be. I mean, it's not having Mike Bennett in the league would have been weird. So I'm glad he's back. But
for sure, dude,
this man didn't even make it 3 months in retirement. Jordan made it longer.
Yeah, he pieced out, but I knew he'd be back.
Yeah, dude. There's no way he wasn't hooping. He talks way too much shit to people for him to not to be on the floor hooping.
Right. It would have been bad if he didn't come back.
Yeah, who would talk shit? Like
and then not come back? Oh no.
Yeah. What's another change we got? We got new playoff style, right?
Oh, yep. We got the new playoff
getting into the playoffs. Excuse me.
That was actually Mr. Bieber himself that made that idea.
Was I the one that I know I said something to you about it. I don't know if that's where you guys took it from or
yeah, me and you were talking about it and you were like,
oh, another change that we forgot to add is it's a 10-game regular season now.
Oh yeah, 10 teams 10 teams, 10 games. What's gonna suck is we're gonna have to do a double game for each team, but everybody's gonna play each other this season, which is exciting because I still have not played over half the league.
I have never played the. Hold on, let me get a team list real quick. I've never played the Ducks. I have never played the Red Claws. I mean, I played the Ducks in the championship, but that don't count. We didn't really play that game.
Right.
I have never played. I played the Mages the first season and haven't played them since. I don't think.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, I didn't play a couple teams last season. last session because I missed a couple games because they got married and stuff. But yeah, I mean, there's a couple teams that haven't played, and with it only being 5 games, there's a good chance, like, if you play like the 11 or 12 o'clock game, you have a good chance you're gonna see everybody.
Right.
And before, with 14 teams, you play the first game, dude. Those last 4 games, you are not seeing those dudes. Now you walk in the gym and so that'll be a good change.
It's gonna be awesome, man. Like the environment. I feel like it's gonna be a lot better once we get through this rocky beginning stages. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, but back to the playoff thing. So there's 10 teams.
Yeah, because there's 10 teams,
and because you're guaranteed 10 games, the 10th seed does not make the playoffs. Which makes the regular season even more important.
Yeah, so we can't have, if teams don't show up 4 versus 5. That's a loss.
Help a lot. If you don't have 5, I think it should be a loss.
Right. So I mean, I think it will help with that scenario a lot because, like, if you don't show up, you know, you're leaving your team with 4 guys. You're facing the possibility to not even make the playoffs.
Yeah, and they can't argue with the fact, like, hey, we didn't get as many games. No, everyone got 10.
Yeah, and then the 8 and the 9 are going to have a play-in game also. So there's going to be 2 teams that don't make the playoffs.
Yep. But then the winner of that 8 or 9 game will have to play a second game that day, correct?
Yes. Yep. That's how we're going to do it.
So not only do you have to win your play-in game, you have to play another game that day. I think that is such a sick dynamic to the league. Dude, that's so cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't make them play back to back, but they definitely
go get some water.
Yeah, go get a drink, and you guys got to run it. Let's go. Oh, by the way, you're probably playing the Ducks.
But think about it. Like, the team that does do that, if they did it successfully, they win 2 in a row. Like, dude, they're going to be automatic favorites. People are going to be like, oh, that's awesome.
And there's enough talent in the league that could happen. The 9th seed could win that play-in game and then pull some bullshit and win their first playoff game. And then, like, what do you do now? You get a 9th seed in the semifinals.
Yeah, that would be legendary.
Hey, gotta start the first season with this playoff structure and style.
Yeah, I'm rooting for a 9 seed, whoever it is.
Hopefully, it's not your team.
It won't be.
Well, we all know where you're going, so.
Yeah, you see that the room's purple right now, right? You see that, right?
I'm surprised you don't have a Mages jersey on.
It's downstairs.
I should have put my energy jersey on. It's in the other room.
Yeah, represent last time.
About to frame it. Nobody else is wearing it or using it or framing it, retiring it.
I tried to do that with the Mages, but
they didn't have enough jerseys. And you keep going back and playing there, so you want to re-wear the jersey you wear.
I know, man. 00 all the way.
So what else is going on with the league this session? We'll have weekly YouTube videos. So as of now, the first series we're gonna do is gonna be a GM, or like get to know the GM/owners series. So it'll be, I think I have it on my phone. That's not what I wanted. I got 10 questions. I'm gonna interview all 10 GMs, and it'll probably be like half of them week 1 and half of them week 2. But then every Monday, we're going to release a video, and it's just going to be talking about them, who they are, where they went to school, and a couple of like other things. Some questions that could spark some debate. So I'll hit you with a couple of them right now. So, favorite PROREC player to watch. That's one of them. Favorite PROREC team besides the one they play for. The hardest person to guard in the PROREC. And then the PROREC team you hate playing. And the PROREC player you like watching the least. So that's just a couple of the questions. There's about 12 of them. Should be like little 3-minute videos. But I think it could spark some debate and some banter back and forth between GMs and players. And then obviously we'll hit you up for one, Jalen up for one, And then I guess technically Josh doesn't get 2. He just gets 1 because he's a GM and a.
Yeah.
So he just gets 1 video.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we're gonna plan on adding another series throughout. Another one thing is we're gonna turn on clipping on the YouTube videos. So instead of sending me your fucking clips that you want to be made into highlights and shit, you can just clip it on the channel while you're watching it, and then I can just download the clip. So I don't have to. It cuts the time I need to do stuff in half. And the more you clip, the easier it is for me to make highlight videos. I think
it's
every time, whenever we get to enough to make like a 2-minute video with clips that are like clipped off the live stream, or like people going back doing stats and watching stuff, the more stuff you clip, the more likely it is for me to make a highlight video for that week. Not going to make a highlight video if there's 5 clips and the highlight video is 22 seconds long. Probably not going to happen.
Right.
But then we'll have.
And I feel like we all watch each other play. Like we all watch ourselves play.
Yeah,
so
and that's how Sundays work, bro. If I play the early, I wake up, go to PROREC, I come home. Bree gets mad at me because I'll put the damn games on the fucking TV and just sit in the living room and watch the games. So
you're like, oh, I did him dirty. You see that, babe?
Well, I'll watch the ones that are being live streamed, and then. So but yeah, so that'll be a little change to it, and that'll be released. I think the GM thing will be Mondays. Then the podcast videos and audio will be Fridays, probably. I feel like that makes the most sense. Fridays or Saturdays.
Yeah.
Probably Fridays. If you want to listen on Friday, you can. If you want to watch on Friday, you can. But that way, it's there Saturday, Sunday for people if they want to listen to it on the way to the games. Ideally, that's kind of what it's kind of to get you riled up for some people. You're gonna listen to some people talk some shit before you play. See if you get.
We're just gonna punch PROREC into your head.
Yeah, this is a blanket statement for future podcast, right? I'm not a GM anymore. I'm gonna talk a lot of shit on here, and just I apologize here now. I just want to, so it's gonna happen. Like, I'm not even gonna talk shit about anything like important. It's just gonna be random shit. So like, you might want to listen on the way to the game.
Player performances are gonna go up like 20%.
Yeah,
on the advanced metrics.
I'm just trying to make y'all go out there and hoop. So it don't have to be. Just picture my face on whoever you're playing. It's fine. I'm just gonna talk. Except to a couple people because they'll beat my ass. Like, I ain't talking to Scruggs. He'll kill me.
Yeah. I was about to say we gotta keep a couple guys out of there.
Yeah, I'm not trying to die anytime soon. That dude's way too big for me to talk to him.
Right.
But and we already kind of talked about. So, and also, if you guys want to do podcasts like previous, where guys are all on talking crap to each other, GMs and stuff, that's more than fine. You can still do that. Just you'd have to let Tyler know and set that up. It doesn't even have to necessarily be with Tyler. It could be you guys just do like a GM based podcast, record it, let one of us know, and then we'll send it out and get it going. So
I know people like Cam has reached out, said they'll run the podcast. If you guys want to do a player podcast, like, that'd be sweet, man.
That's just another form of content coming from the league. But this podcast is open to a number of things. I mean, I would say we probably won't go players, like Gen Pop players. I would say owners, GMs are welcome on here, but there's not going to be more than 2 at a time, including me. I will always be on here. This is my shit, so deal with it. Right. So most of the time it'll probably be Tyler as well. So you guys got space for one more. If you guys want to divvy it up to like maybe 1 GM's on every week, that's fine. You have to let us know, figure it out. But we're going to do it regardless. So if you want to be here, you have to have Discord and you have to have a camera, because I ain't putting a little gray box with just a voice on here.
We'll have classes.
Yeah. Discord's super easy. You download the app, you make an account, you send me your name, I'll send you a friend request, and I'll call you when it's time.
I know we all FaceTimed in here before. It's easy.
Yeah. I mean, FaceTime would technically work too. I just don't know how to get that to my computer. But yeah, so let's go to the draft. Pursue to a different segment here. So who are some in your opinion, you probably had the player. You've probably looked at the player list the most out of anybody. Who are some notable players in that player pool that are not keepers? Actually, let's go back. So let's do what's the draft order?
Okay. So the draft order is the Swarm, the Mages, the Nightmare, the Citrus, the Pack, the Cherries, Red Claws at 7, Energy 8, Ducks 9, Force 10.
Okay, and the Energy are at 8 because Dave is the GM and he was the mob. So the mob would have been at 8, but since the mob is gone and Dave's still a GM, he took over my Energy and they are at his spot in the 8. So makes sense. And then there were who do you have keepers written down to? Who was keepers where?
So the Swarm, I don't think the Swarm has any.
No, they don't have
keepers.
any. Mages have Rel and Jarvis at 2 and 3.
Yep. Nightmare is Stern at 1 and Shad Lane at 4.
Okay.
Citrus is keeping Keith at 1 and Brett at 3. Pack is
where it gets iffy. Kyrie's at 2, but that's not where he's staying.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah. And then 4 is Dylan Sembler. And then Cherries is 2 Tyler Holcomb, 5 Philip Darrington. That's a good ass.
That's a very good.
That's a good ass keeper.
I love Phil. Phil's my dude, bro.
How did Phil get drafted in the 5th round? That pisses me off.
Because the league is so guard heavy.
Yeah. Red Claws is Jevin at 2. I don't think he capped anybody else.
I think his other keeper was Trey, and I don't think Trey's back yet, is he?
No.
So that would have been his other keeper, I think.
Energy, a.k.a. Mob, the Mob Energy. We're going to call him the Mob Energy.
Ooh, that's tough.
That is pretty tough. There are 2. This is the best template so far. So their second round pick is capped, and that's AJ Adams. I think he's one of the best players in the league.
That's a fucking steal because that dude told everyone that he was gonna miss like 5 games and then didn't miss a single fucking game.
Bro, it's the only reason I didn't pick him up.
I know.
It pisses me off. Like I was gonna pick him up.
That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm missing 8 games. Trying to be a 3rd round pick.
Dude, that is just crazy to me. And then the 4th round for the Mob Energy is Judd Fry.
That's also a hooper.
Dude, he's nasty. 4th rounder. So that
and then
I think they're going to be tough.
The Quack, is that 8? Who's 9? The Force. Who did Damo keep at 9? No one?
Damo kept Shy and Shaq. So his 1st and 2nd round are keepers.
And then the Ducks are 1st and 2nd too with Scruggs and Mont.
Them guys.
I mean, you want to talk about the best template in the draft? That one's worked twice.
Right.
So.
Right. They ain't really nuts. You can.
So is that? I mean, it'll be Friday when this comes out, so the draft will probably already happened by most people by the time most people listen to this. Is that Pack, Mages? Who the fuck else was in that trade? Trade happened. Is that like legit, or is it not legit until the draft?
It's done, man.
Okay,
it's done.
So what does that look like?
So all right, so
tell me. Okay, Mages traded who? Traded what and received what?
Okay, so it's a 3-team trade.
Yeah, we're gonna need a fucking Venn diagram on the screen for this one, boys.
No kidding. Mages, they traded their 1st round and their 4th round for the Pack's 2nd and 3rd round.
Okay, but that 2nd round pick is Kyrie.
It's Kyrie, the keeper.
I got a marker here. I don't have a marker. Okay, we're good.
Mages wanted to keep their boy Rel, but have an open 2nd round pick. Okay. And everybody and their mom wanted Kyrie. Jake Schwiefer on the Citrus said he would trade the Mages 2nd round and 6th round for his 2nd round and 5th round.
Okay. So where does that put? And then, so where does this put everyone?
So
you haven't said what the Pack got yet.
The Pack has 2 1st rounders.
Yes, but no 2nd rounder.
But no 2nd rounder or 3rd rounder. And they have 2 4th rounders.
Okay.
But one of them is a keeper.
Okay, so basically what happens is Josh traded Kyrie and a 3rd-round pick for a 1st-round pick and a 4th-round pick.
Yeah.
And then Ben traded a 2nd-round pick, a 1st-round pick and a 4th-round pick, and got a 2nd and a 3rd-round pick.
Yeah.
And
so the Mages will have 2 2nd-rounders, 2 3rd-rounders, a 4th-rounder, and 2 5-rounders.
Okay, and the Citrus will have.
They will have
1 1st-rounder.
Yeah, 1 1st-rounder, which is a keeper. Or wait, is it a keeper?
Yeah,
it's a Keith.
1 2nd
1
rounder.
1st-rounder.
That's a keeper.
Yep.
And then
Kyrie.
they'll have Kyrie and Brett in the 2nd round.
Oh yeah, you're right. And then they would have a 3rd-rounder. They'd have a 4th-rounder, and then they would have 2 6-rounders.
Okay. All right, so it's a shit show, but it moves Josh.
Yes.
It moves the pack to drafting 2nd and 5th.
Yeah, dude. Essentially back-to-back picks.
Yeah, because keepers. Yeah, so essentially the draft order for the 1st round goes Swarm, Pack. Who's 3?
Swarm. It'll be Swarm.
Pack.
Ty Stern with the Nightmare. Keith with the with the marker. Keith with Citrus, and then Pack again.
So Josh legitimately gets 2 back-to-back 1st-round picks. How the fuck did he pull this off? Especially after he fucked the trade up with Dylan in the first place.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I might have pulled a little bit of strings as a the hopeful co-GM of the Mages. I'm not a 1st-round pick, and the Mages have their 2nd and 3rd already kept. So I would have had to go in the 4th, but I already been reached out to by a lot of people to get picked up in the 2nd or 3rd, and I'm like,
All right, so that's where we're at with that. The draft order is that's the 1st round. After that, I have no fucking idea. I'm not a GM. I ain't dealing with it this year. Just let me know what time I play.
This is the best part about being a GM is the draft, in my opinion, man. I love that. I'm gonna miss it.
So the bad thing was with me, like 2 times, at least one season that we have every year. The draft is on Friday, and I can't make it because I have football.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
Now I'll go back to this. Notable players in the draft and the pool.
So I think that the most notable. I actually wrote a list out.
Ooh.
Let me look. The thing that's interesting about this draft is that somebody that's a 1st-round pick is going to make it to the 2nd round because the keepers are so bad right now with the 1st round. So I have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 people that I think that should be a 1st or 2nd rounder.
Okay.
It's well, you're on there, Gage Bieber, and then I have Katwan. Singleton is his last name? Yeah.
Yeah.
Katwan, Alan Tigner, Ryan Fry, Antoine Jackson. It kind of drops at this point, but we desperately somebody needs a big man in this league. Because right now, there is no big man. The only big man that's in the draft right now, a certified big man, is Dante Piles. Now, I don't know if he's not 1st round necessarily, but I think he's a 2nd rounder.
I think he could be 1st rounder just because of his size.
Yeah, for sure. Like you're not gonna get another guy as big as him, and he plays big. Like it's not like he plays like a guard. He actually plays like a true big man. I love that. Matt Velasquez, yeah. Matt Velasquez is in this draft.
Nice.
He's a great pickup. I think he could be a 2nd rounder. Let's see, who else we got?
So in theory, there's only like 4 1st-round picks, right?
Yeah, Torian also is on there too. So they're going to go in the 2nd round.
Yeah, they're going to have to because there's already. Well, I mean, how many? Nightmare have a keeper in the 1st round. Citrus have a keeper in the 1st round. Ducks have a keeper in the 1st round.
Yeah. Mike Bennett. I didn't even say Mike Bennett.
Mike Bennett's in there. So you got 5 people that should go 1st round, and there's 4 positions.
Dwan Hicks, there's a lot of guys who can drop 20 a game that's in the 1st, that could be in the 2nd round right now.
Yeah. And some that should be early second rounders might go third round because a lot of people have keepers in the second round as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like this is gonna be a wild draft. I
might wake up Saturday morning and like a number 3 overall pick in the previous years will be like a third round pick.
No, for sure. And it's because we made the league smaller at the end of the day. Like,
yeah, no, I completely agree.
Yeah, we're gonna get good basketball this season. I can't wait.
So, in your opinion, we're gonna lay it out here.
All right.
How do you think the first 2 rounds are gonna go?
You want to hear you
have a list of 10 people in front of you.
All right.
What is the order? What is the order those are going in?
I can tell you what I think my first round is. I can already tell you what I think my first round is. So
go for it.
I think Dylan is going to pick up Jalen Myers. I didn't even name Jalen. Jalen Myers is playing, the president of the PROREC. He's playing finally. He's been out for 2 years because his leg got fucked up. His knee got fucked up. But he's coming back. And they have a history playing together. I think that they're going to play with each other just based off chemistry. And the boys, I mean, Dylan's been a part of every league that we've done since the beginning. Like, he's an OG. Mages, obviously, they traded. We traded that pick.
So who's the pack taking with back-to-backs?
Oh yeah, that's right. So Pack will be there. I think that he is going to pick either Alan Tigner. I think he's going to pick Alan Tigner. And I think his back-to-back is going to be B-Mac, dude. I think he's going to pick up B-Mac.
Really?
No bullshit. I think he's going to pick up B-Mac. He's talked a lot. Like, I'm just talking to Josh, he's talked a lot about B-Mac. He loves B-Mac. He's like, bro, he's nasty. Which, I mean, he's right. B-Mac goes, I should have named him too. I'm sorry, B-Mac. When you watch this, you're going to get pissed at me. He's another one that's
B-Mac about to text your ass as soon as he listens to this.
Yeah, I feel ashamed of that. That's false story. I gotta represent. He definitely, he's a bucket anywhere he goes. So I think Josh will pick B-Mac up, man. I think the Cherries. So yeah,
Cherries got to go Mike Bennett, right?
They got to, bro. but the thing is like I don't know if Mitch and Mike are really like that. I mean, they know each other, like they're boys, but like I don't know if Mitch wants to play with Mike. He's been playing with Mike his whole life.
Yeah, maybe he wants to say fuck Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that. I don't really like playing Fostoria, guys. Like, I'm sure if did you play? Do you play a lot with your hometown?
Not really. Nobody really hoops anymore.
Nah, I don't know. It's just I'm sure he wants to. He might go for a change of scenery, but I'm gonna go with Mike for now because he's gonna have to deal with the guilt if he doesn't pick Mike up. Red Claws, I think they're gonna pick you up.
I sent Dave a text earlier and I said, Dave, I already have an energy jersey, just so you know.
Well, I think Dave is going to pick up Ryan Fry.
Yeah.
If Ryan doesn't make it, I don't know. Red Claws might pick up. I don't know. I think that you're guaranteed to go either with the Red Claws or Energy.
Hey man, I already got an energy jersey.
Yeah. It would work out.
I will set a shit ton of screens for AJ Adams. I don't even care.
It literally comes down to what Cam decides to do. Because if Cam doesn't take Ryan, Dave's going to pick you up. But if Cam takes you, I guarantee you Dave is going to pick up Ryan Fry. Ryan Fry is nasty, bro.
Oh, he is. I agree. And then Forrest and Ducks don't have first-round picks.
Yeah. And in the second round, like, I don't know. The second round's tough. I have no idea.
Shit gets wild, dude.
Really I have no idea. I haven't made it this far. This is actually the farthest I made it. I don't know.
I haven't even tried to think about it because I didn't know what the fucking draft order was.
It's been on that sheets document.
Yeah, but that's like prior to trades, right?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
So, I knew the draft order until I got hit with the message that was 55 fucking things were being traded, and I was like, I ain't even trying to figure this out. It's like, I'm not drafting anybody, so I don't care what this says.
Yeah, it was a headache. Josh definitely.
I opened that group chat, looked at it, put that thing back on mute, and closed it.
I think that Dylan is going to try to find the next biggest guy he can. But I think that him and Dante are kind of like, they kind of messed up their little thing they had, you know?
Yeah, I think they're both very like super super good. I don't think they play very well together though.
Which doesn't make sense because like you look at archetypes of like how each of them play, like they should be great together.
No, I agree.
And I don't get it because Dylan's a great passer. He can score when he needs to. Like I don't know, man. I don't know if it's a macho man type of thing that's going on that people kind of get. You know, they start butting heads. I don't know. It don't make sense. But they're going to go for size. Maybe they're going to get Katwan.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be very intrigued to see. So how are you guys doing the draft? How are you going to announce picks? Are you going to post it on social media as they're being picked, or are you going to wait till it's completely done and post the draft board?
Yeah, I think it just depends on the bodies that we have there, like ownership wise. Because Jalen just had his baby. I think he's going to be there. I hope he is. Josh will be there. So I guess one of us will be tweeting out the live picks.
So I know I don't think we did last session, did we? No, we did not. It was just it was just a picture of it at the end.
Right. The problem is that, well, I guess it's not a problem. We should just tweet out the picks. It's just easy. Yeah. Well, we're gonna do that this season. We might bring up Mike to have a celebrity joke. You know, I know he'll want to tell his jokes up there for a little bit, like he usually does. But yeah, we're just gonna do it how we typically been doing that.
Sick. Should be cool. Should be fun. Sucks I'm gonna miss it, but
yeah,
I'll be working.
It'll be at the original spot too, Grumpy Dave's.
Yeah, that one place in Finley was cool, but like it was weird to be doing a draft with like other people in there doing stuff. And
yeah, I didn't really vibe with that too well either, man.
I think that place would have been really cool if it was like if we like rented the whole thing out and not just like one TV.
Right. No, for sure. But, yeah.
So, what teams, based on draft position, do you think are gonna do the best? I mean, you obviously got the Energy and even the Force and the Ducks with those 1-2 picks are just pretty solid in general. So, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be very hard this year to like definitively pick a team that's gonna win because there's gonna be so much talent through 1 through 8 on the roster.
Yeah. I think Energy are my favorites right now.
Just because Dave also has that first round pick.
Yeah, dude, he left that. He was so smart for doing that last season. He had back-to-back picks, last pick and the first pick of the second round, and he deliberately took
AJ's second so that he was in the second round.
Yeah,
I will take partial credit for that because I did tell him to do that. I walked over to him and I was like, Dave, I know you're taking AJ, but you should take him second. And he said, what? And I said, think about it. If you take AJ second, you got back-to-back picks. So it's not like you're going to pick somebody in the first round and somebody's going to steal him. So the next year, when you keep him in the second round and not the first round. And he was like, holy shit. Big brain.
Thanks a lot, dude. I'll tell you what.
Hey, dude, I was planning for this year.
Yeah.
I was planning for this session. Let me slide down there.
Yeah. You really looked out for the Energy.
Hey man, I'm a thunderbolt through and through, dog.
That was your last like sacrifice.
Yeah.
You're like, hey.
Yeah. I knew that it would help this year when I wasn't the GM. I was like, I gotta do it for Dave and the squad, man.
Yeah, for sure. I would say either them or the Ducks, man.
I mean, yeah, you can never count those old asses out, dude. Old ass dudes just out here beating everyone's ass, man.
You gotta give it to them, dude. They're hoopers. But the thing is like that we're doing it fixed this season. So like,
yeah, so they get. Oh yeah, that is something. The draft is fixed, so they get the last pick every round.
Second to last, but yeah. Force and Ducks, they're pissed about it, but like at the end of the day, like, dude, that's how drafts are. I don't even like the Serpentine. Like, it's cool and stuff for shits and giggles, but like, it's not. I got a call. Just Stop calling me right now, lady. It's cool for shits and giggles, but like a fixed draft is the most fair way to do it, in my opinion. Like,
so the only other way is it's like, so you could do like a fixed serpentine draft to where like the first 3 rounds are serpentine and then it becomes fixed, which is kind of cool too. That's how we did our fantasy football draft this year, and it was sick. So like you go 1 through 10, and then it goes back like 10 through 1, and then 1 through 10, and then it goes back to 1 after that one, and it's just 1 through 10 the entire time. So like it kind of gives them a little bit of like, but like at the same time for them it wouldn't matter because they already have those picks.
Right.
Those picks are already picked. Like you can have it could be a snake draft, but like it don't benefit you at all because your picks are already picked. It's not like you're picking a first round and a second round. They're already picked. Where you draft in the first and second round doesn't matter.
Maybe we could shake it up a little bit next season. Try to get creative, but for a bare bones draft,
could throw a huge curveball this for next session and be like, hey, just so everybody knows, there's no keepers for next season.
I thought about doing that. I thought about doing that this season, but
it's a reboot.
I honestly, the only reason I didn't do it is because I want to give Ducks a chance to three-peat. Like, I want them to be able to have that shot. That'd be cool to have a three-peat.
That would be pretty sick.
But I also want to beat the team that was on the way to a three-peat.
No, I agree. All right, we got like 2 things left to talk to. Preview of the schedule. So the schedule is 10 a.m. Swarm Duck. Is this the official one? I know you've changed it like 13 times since you sent it like 40 minutes ago. The last one you sent in the group chat. That's the one.
Yes. Yep.
Swarm Ducks at 10 a.m. for Citrus at 11. Cherry's Claws at noon. At Mage's Mob at 1. Nightmare Pack at 2. Way too early predictions. How do you think that's gonna play out?
All right. I got Ducks. I got Citrus.
Ooh.
I got
the new look Citrus are gonna be tough, dude. With Kyrie on that team. Ugh.
Yeah. Kyrie and Keith, man, those are 2 guys that are tough to guard.
Yeah. Some buckets in that game.
And Brett. Like, I mean, Brett's a lockup. I got the red claws for the 3rd game. I got Mages, and then I got
Of course you got Mages.
I mean, I'm not biased at all, dude.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go as well. I'm gonna go Ducks. Ooh, I hate picking against Damo though, dude. I fucking love that dude. He tried to trade his whole goddamn team to pick me. I'm gonna go.
That would have been a combo.
Just out of love, I'm gonna go Ducks Force. Shout out Damo. You gotta have a 50 piece. He gave us a 54 piece. I remember that shit. Whatever that dude ate for breakfast, I had for breakfast the next week and a half straight. I'm gonna take the claws. I'm gonna take the mob over the mages, and I'm gonna take the pack as well. So we'll see how that goes. And I can't really pick how we think the season's gonna end because there's too much shit to happen yet. That'll be a way too early next episode on how we think teams are gonna finish. But
yeah, I'm excited to see how this draft plays out, man.
This it should be cool. It should be a lot of fun. I'll be super intrigued. I'm gonna turn fucking tweet notifications on. My watch is gonna be blowing up on Friday on the sideline at Clay. Just fucking getting the picks buzzed into my watch, just looking at them.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like, this is like the first like real experience you're gonna have as like in the free agency. Because before it was like nobody really knew who you was.
Season 1,
like,
yeah.
And like a couple people knew who you were, and they were like gassing you up, and I'm like, I don't know about that yet. And then I seen you play, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I didn't have a great experience the first season.
Yeah.
Schwiefert and I didn't mesh very well. No offense to him, he can hoop, but like we just didn't. I didn't play. I didn't fit that team.
Right.
Then I played with Mike and fucking 14 All-Stars on that team. That didn't work well either.
Yeah.
Then I got my own team.
Yeah, then and after that beautiful first season for the Mages, it's just been all downhill for me. I finally decided to throw in the towel. I'm not going to be a GM until I
Oh, bro,
average.
you've said that multiple times though, and then I turn around and you like have to be a GM because we need one or something.
Yeah. Oh, this is the season, man. Finally get to do the player pool.
Hey, free agents till death do us part, brother.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, this podcast episode is probably about 45 minutes long. Hopefully, this is one of the longer ones we have. I'm gonna try and keep them around 30.
Short, sweet.
Yeah, I mean, not too short that it's a waste of time to listen to, but long enough that it can maybe get you to work or something once, or to the games. So,
yeah,
get you hyped up since you're gonna talk about since shit's gonna be talked. But
right.
Yeah, so I mean, we can sign off at that one. So yeah, I guess we'll talk. You guys will hear from us again next week, and we'll go from there. We might have somebody on. We might not have somebody on. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out as time comes. Monday, maybe, might have the first episode of the GM series, depending whether or not I record. Oh, I'm going to record some of them on Sunday. But whether or not I edit them will be another question. Hopefully there's not a lot of editing. This actually should be pretty easy. I don't think we don't have a whole lot out. I don't think we had any mishaps or outtakes that we need to worry about. So I might be able to rip this bad bitch real quick and get it going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, so we'll stay and we'll see. Guess we'll see you next week on this, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right.